Every time you play a show, it feels amazing, and like you just get that thing. Whoa! That's not even a word. 7. I do think I have carpal tunnel. This is not even a joke. I'm like dying over here.
Carpal tunnel has you.
No.
Hey guys, thank you so much for coming down tonight. Why don't you please introduce your band and what you play?
We're Pellagra, and I play drums in Pellagra. And Rene.
I am the singer and guitarist of Pellagra.
And my name is Lisa, and I play bass.
Oh yeah, my name is Rene. I forgot about that part.
Oh, you know.
And your name?
Did I say Mike? My name's Mike. I play drums.
Fantastic. You just said what you played, and I was like, okay. Yeah, that's awesome, though. Awesome. So why don't you tell us, like, what was that first song we heard from you guys tonight?
So the little instrumental, or so that's called Pirates vs. Kaiju. That was the first thing that him and I ever jammed out on. Like, I actually wound up putting out like an ad on Craigslist years ago, like looking for people to jam with, and he responded being in Jersey City as well, and was like, I'm a drummer, like when you're ready, like I have my drum set in the garage if you want to come jam. Yeah. And we tried a bunch of shit and nothing was really sticking until I turned on this one pedal that I have that just sounds like monstrous and started playing doomy sounding shit, and then we locked in. And that was it. So that was the first thing we ever kind of wrote together, and it became like our little show intro thing to start off with.
Cool. Yeah, no, awesome. Did we play any new songs tonight?
Well, I mean, we have an EP coming out now. And so that's all. We've been recording that over the last couple of months, I guess. And then, so once that comes out, that's our plan, is to then write all new shit after that. So, yeah, that's it. You know, the EP is should be coming down the pipe pretty soon here, honestly.
Yeah, hopefully spring. I got to re-record some vocal tracks. Everything else is basically done, and then it's mixing and mastering and all that shit. We do have one of the songs we played at the end called Hellbound. We do have a music video out for it you can find on YouTube, and that single was released last year, and like you can find that on everything. So.
And I think that people really should give it a shot because it is hilarious. My brother-in-law plays the devil, and that's all I'm going to tell you about it. And he's the best devil I've ever seen.
That's fantastic.
Like I came up with the basic concept, and then we wrote it all together, and like all had input on what it was. So
the collaboration for that was really cool too, because it was like one of us would come up with an idea, and then it would just become like this whole other thing with all of us just like feeding into each other. Like we work really well together as a hive mind type of shit. You know, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
all three-headed Hydra, you know.
There you go.
And everything is all us too, by the way. We've recorded and produced and have filmed and did everything on our own. You know, I mean, that's kind of one of our things, is we would like to have that ability to be able to put out everything on our own and be able to do shows on our own and kind of make all that, you know, build all that around our thing. So yeah, exactly. So we really got all that.
Everything else is too expensive, so it's like if you do it ourselves, it's like.
A couple more questions. What do you guys love about playing live shows?
I mean, there's no other thing that gives it the same kind of energy. Like, I tried explaining it to someone as like, I've never done heroin, but I always hear that the first time you do heroin, nothing can compare to that, right? But like every show we play is like the first time we've done heroin, right? Like every time you play a show, it feels amazing, and like you just get that thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I get really bad stage fright, right? And when I'm playing, it's just sort of the feeling that I get when I'm playing live takes the stage fright and kind of just like pushes it away. So while I'm like dying of social anxiety and all that and performance anxiety before I go on stage, once I'm up there, it's just like, yeah, that's it. It's like you put a bass in my hand and I'm just like, it's the most amazing feeling. And it's just like, even like it'd be two people in the crowd, it doesn't really matter. You know, it's still, yeah, it's the energy is so great, you know?
Yeah, I mean, basically the same thing. I feel like for me, it's that build up beforehand, and then once you go and do it, it's just like a release. I don't know. It's the best. I like it. It's for me. It's not even. I don't think about it like I'm doing work. You know, I want to. That's all I want to do.
Now I have to ask. Tell me about your influences.
Oh man, we're collectively we're all over the fucking place. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we're all into, and then there's shit that we are just very much just one of us is into it. You know, I think we connect a lot on like the metal and punk influences that we have. We also have a very strong industrial influence for at least 2 or 3 of us. In electronics, but it's not part of our thing. But like that cohesiveness that comes through with a lot of electronic or industrial music is kind of like how we structure and write. It's that same kind of format without ever sounding like that kind of music. But I know personally for me, my favorite bands in the world are like Bad Religion and the Misfits and, you know, fucking Nirvana, Black Sabbath, Mastodon, Gojira, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta go with my main woman, Susie. You know, Sue. That's my girl. I'm like the goth of the band, I guess. You know, I listen like to post-punk, death rock, all that shit. That's where my head's at. Bass players in that genre aren't my favorite, so I kind of want to like, you know, show them what could be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Rene's the riff master general. You know, he comes in with the nice, good, catchy punk classic riff, and I try and just drive everything with the drums and just play as hard as I possibly can. And then Lisa brings us the nice finesse on the bass. You know, Lisa really brings the finesse. So I mean, I don't know. We all have our own little things, but I think it ends up working out good and sounding like not like anybody else, but also sounding like people.
What would you consider like your biggest like musical influence from?
My biggest musical, I guess, I mean, my favorite drummers, Bonham or fucking Ginger Baker or fucking, you know, I mean, I love Metallica as a band. I mean, so, you know.
All different kinds of shit from all different kinds of decades, you know.
So cool because I remember you were mentioning like CBGBs, and that's like where
Oh, yeah.
I grew up in like,
Yeah.
CBGBs, like the Minuteman, Husker Du.
I miss playing there so much. Like my older bands, we used to play there all the time, and the one time that I remember we had people all the way up to like the front door, like. Thinking back now, I feel like an idiot for not having a camera to take photos of that shit, but we took it for granted. We never knew that was going to close down like it's an institution. How could that ever close down? Right. Well, you know, there was so much. You can watch multiple documentaries on that subject, but the saddest thing now is going to like Newark Airport and seeing like CBGB bar. It's the fucking saddest, like. Yeah. Vegas, yeah. So, but the cool thing is that somewhere out there, because my old band Evil Adam stickers were all over the place, so there's potential that somewhere out there in Vegas there's an Evil Adam sticker on some of that old wall shit. You know?
So cool. Yeah, I just had to ask, guys. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in today, guys. Yeah. Really huge fans now.
Thank you.
Hope to catch you guys again soon.
Finally, your evil coming back to you. Sorry for all the tortures that you put me through. We've all heard this before. Just silence, painless, but what's keeping so? It's a trap.
son.